This is the Think Doctor, Pastor Phil, here at Hope Connection in Gainesville, Texas. And we're in 1 John chapter 4, talking about the love of God. I love you. I really do love you. I love you more if I know a little bit more about you. The more I know about you, the more I can love. But the love comes from the great love, Jesus the Christ. And so down here in chapter 4, let's look at this. Dear friends, verse 11, since God so loved us, we ought to love one another. No one's ever seen God if we love one another. God lives in us and his love is made complete in us. Verse 13, this is how we know that we live in him and he in us. He has given us of his Spirit. And we have seen and testify that the Father has sent his Son to be the Savior of the world. If anyone acknowledges that Jesus is the Son of God, God lives in them and they in God. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. I want you, I love you so much that I want you to know and love and live and rely. What does it say here? Love lives in God and God in them. Love lives in God. So we know and rely on the love God for us. Rely on the love of God that he has for you. God has great love for you. He sent it in Jesus Christ. Anyone who has the Spirit of God understands that Jesus is the Son of God and Jesus is God. And the life of God enters in. When you get that knowledge, when you get that faith, when you grab on and say, he died for my sins, he made a way for me, he's put his life inside of me, it's no longer I that live, but Christ that lives inside of me, wow, love begins to come out if you really connect with that. And you rely on and trust the love of God. You don't trust your money. You don't trust your job. You don't trust your skill. You don't trust your income. You don't trust your stuff. You don't trust your family, your friends, your neighbors, even your congregation. You don't even trust me. You live and rely on the love of God. Now, the love of God comes through me, and that's what you're trusting when you're trusting in me. I hope you're trusting on the love of God that comes through me. I love you because he loved me first. Because the great love loves me, I love you, and I want you to rely and trust on that great love of God. You can stand there. It won't shake. The love of God will never shake. We're together in him, juntos en él.